my name is Simone Bresi-Ando and welcome to the Adinkra Oracle.
It's clear, baby.
This is your 5-card spread for January 2021. Impatapo, pacification knot. Anansi untuntun, spider's web. Kojo Baden, raise. And this card is placed upside down, so we have to take particular note of this message. UAC, Kania, UAC lights. Oshram, Enshroma, moon and star. So our first card in Patapo means pacification knot. It's a symbol of forgiveness and reconciliation. So with the turbulence of 2020, it's really important that we remember our humanity. We remember that togetherness, giving people and ourselves grace and space to heal, to make mistakes, but ultimately to be human. It's the capacity to empathize with others that you may not have anything in common with, but they're human just like you. So to see the connectivity rather than the divide. This is not about you forgiving everybody that does something wrong to you. This is about you giving yourself and others space. Space to grow, space to make mistakes, but more importantly, space to be human. To err is human, a common saying we're aware of. So take that on, understand it, and move forward with grace. Anansi untuntun, spider's web. Now when this comes up in a reading, it really for me is about strategy. It's about looking at how the spider creates this wonderful, beautiful, intricate, symmetrical web, which takes planning, which takes time, nurture, diligence. These are the energies that this symbol is giving to you. January 2021 has to be about planning, about strategizing, about really confirming your place in the world, in the new reality that we have. And things are going to change even further. And so who are you going to be when all around you looks different? Will you be consistently you? Or is there a newer, better, more improved you that needs to be uncovered? You have to plan how you are going to respond to the changing times in your heart, the changing times in your community, and the changing times in the world at large. Are you going to be on the right side of history? This symbol is asking you to prepare, to plan, to understand that all can be yours, but with preparation and strategy. Kojo Baden, raise. Now this card presented to us upside down, and when my cards are upside down in a reading, this means you should take particular note of it. This is like an exclamation mark, right? This is the concept of where we get the third eye from. So this is about getting deeper and more aligned with our intuition, allowing our spirit guides, allowing our ancestors, allowing the Creator to order our steps, to trust that wherever we are being pulled or being led to is the right place for us. And ultimately to trust in ourselves. But that can't happen if we don't know what the sound of our intuition is like. Fear has a voice in your mind. Ego has a voice in your mind. What does your intuition sound like? It should be clear and sharp. It should be familiar to you, because that familiarity is your compass to freedom, your compass to safety, your compass to prosperity. It will keep you alive. And that's why we have to get more in touch with our intuition and the deeper side of the cosmos. We have to employ deeper alternative energies, skill sets, and senses so we can make our way through. We're going into uncharted terrain as the human race. And so things we've relied on before, they're not going to work. We need new ideas, better ideas, more encompassing ideas, right? And so with this, that is where you rely on who you are, all the things that make you up, and your spiritual army is part of this. UAC and Kania. So this card has an interesting history, and so I'll explain it to you. A symbol of undesirable technological and economic advancement. Let's talk about what UAC is. UAC stands for United African Company. This company is still around today. This company, you will know it as Unilever. This is the company that really gave the bedrock of the economic force around the transatlantic slave trade. This company would come into areas in Ghana. It would open shops and make the area in which their shop was in nice. Great lights, great paving, and then leave the surrounding area without developing it. We know that feeling. You know, there's many communities who know about this kind of development. We call it gentrification. UAC Kenya and the lights and the story behind this symbol is that when the United African Company would come into Ghana and different parts of the region, it would put in nice lights and paving and you know, make it really pretty around its shop. And so this card in this reading is about us unplugging from harmful systems. It's about us looking at where our focus, where our resources, where our time is going and reordering that. So our resources, our focus, our energies are building communities, not displacing them. That it is showing us and telling us to unplug, to divest from harmful developments, advancements that do not serve the many and only serve the few. We're in the age of Aquarius, where the many have to be taken care of. We have to turn around things that we found as the norm. Greed, individualism, lies. There's no place for those anymore. And so this is a warning to divest from systems that harm not only yourself eventually, but people who may not look like you or have your background. Do the work now. Get ahead of it. And don't be swept up when the reckoning will arrive. And while that might sound frightening for some, we've already started seeing in 2020 what a reckoning of human behaviour can look like. It's time to change. There's no more excuses. We have to do better for all, including ourselves. Divest from harmful systems. Our last card, Osram Enshrama, Moon and Star. So this is where we get the concept of equally yoked. And again, it ties really nicely into what we've been seeing in this whole reading, because we're ending with a note of balance. We're ending on a note of find the balance, find the middle, where people can thrive, all sorts of people, not just some, not just few, not those that we've been used to seeing thriving. But we have to understand that this balance is necessary so we can prolong our existence here on earth. It's important that when we think about being equally yoked, that includes nature too. So we can't be destroying, attacking, polluting our natural environment. We have to work in partnership with all the glorious things Mother Nature has given us. It's all there. So there are many things that we can do to partner and respect the power of nature. We haven't been doing a good job of that. And the balance we need is not only being greener in our behaviours, but also thinking about who else can benefit from the actions that I do. Who else can I bring into a circle? Who else can I make feel warm by my presence, by my focus, by my support? Where can I do the best for the most? Big questions. And that's exactly what we're going to be asked moving forward. And it's going to make a lot of us uncomfortable. But guess what? Too many have been uncomfortable, while the few have been comfortable. And we're in a state of change. So here we are. January 2021 is here. 2020 was the year we needed. It was a year of loss. It was a year of opportunity. It was a year of crisis. It was a year of change. And that's not going to stop. Prepare, as our card says. Bring people together. Forgiveness, reconciliation, grace, understanding. That was the first card pulled and the most important, right? Because without those things, we can't exist as a community. And community is the most focal point of this whole reading. In order for the community to thrive, we need partnership. We need equally yoked balance, right? Where's the balance in your life? We need to divest from harmful systems. We need to make those systems accountable. And if they don't become accountable, then we need to erase them. We need to get in touch with our intuition on levels that we never have before. We have to feel our way through this new reality. There is no rule book for what we're about to enter into. And so we have to be guided by this inner sense of self. The sense of self that has been curated by our spiritual army, by our creator, and ultimately by ourselves. This ends your January 2021 Adinkra Oracle reading. My name's Simone Bresi-Ando, and it's been a pleasure reading for you. Thank you. Need a more in-depth reading for 2021? Visit adinkraliving.com to book your year ahead 2021 reading with Simone Bresi-Ando.